I'm just gonna get right into it. I feel awful today still, so again, we'll see if if Endwalker excites me enough and gets me out of my funk. I got the only thing I have left to drink because I haven't done groceries recently. My coworkers and I, when I was working in the back room, we were really curious about Prime because it was so rare and everybody would ask us for it. And so we started buying Prime and drinking it in the back, and we liked it. But it gives me headaches if I drink too much of them, which I didn't realize obviously at the time until I started getting the headaches, and so I just kind of like avoid it until there's nothing left in the house, and there's now nothing left in the house. So I have 2 bottles of Prime, 1 bottle of Blue Raspberry, and 1 bottle of Tropical Punch. I got the Sonic and Knuckles. You know what though? I will say the bottles are really fun to look at. Like, they're really fun to look at. They're really nice looking bottles. It's just like, and the drink is good too. Like, it's actually like decent. They're better cold, but yeah, it's I try to avoid them because I really don't want headaches. So I'm gonna try not to drink both of them, but it gets hot in here when I stream, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna drink the Tropical Punch first and get it out of the way because that flavor is actually straight garbage. Final Fantasy. Here I am. I probably look terrible. I literally have been in bed all day, so I probably look like shit. But hopefully the only person that bothers is me. I'm gonna get right into the game. God, that goes down like fucking acid. It's not bad, it's just the worst flavor. I'd rather not. The Blue Raspberry one is actually pretty good. I was playing a little warrior. I literally did 1 dungeon and some hunts. I'm just trying to get back into the swing of tanking. I kind of want to get at least all of my tanks into Endwalker because I think tanking is really fucking fun. I just gotta do it more, man. And here's the thing, right? Like, I think Warrior is my main tank. I think as cool as I think Paladin is, I think Warrior is my main tank, and it's 64. And then I have Paladin and Gunbreaker just chilling in the 80s. I don't want to play him. Gunbreaker, I leveled up through Bosnia. Not intentionally. It wasn't like, you know, I was trying to skip like the leveling process. It was just I needed something tanky that could also like do some really good burst DPS for solo stuff. And so, you know, by the time I was done getting my mount, I looked at Gunbreaker and it was level 82. So right. Where's the next quest? Oh, it's in Charlene? Alright, bet. Alright, it was at the school, right? That seemed laggy. Okay, that's better. It was just the people. I didn't do any of the 5 facets yet. I'm waiting until I hit level 80. I did do a little bit of crafting, not nothing crazy. Like I made 1 log, or I made 1 like plank or whatever, and sold it. I was just going around gathering mats from Endwalker and seeing what I could find. Well, there you go. There's the dungeon I did. Yeah, I was literally just going around like seeing what mats were available. And I found like 5. You know, nothing crazy. Some of my earliest memories are of Scarlet Matashane, actually. He was a close friend of our grandfather. He would come for tea and amaze us with his tricks, much like his demonstration with the paper and ink. He's a huge part of why I wanted to enter the studium in the first place. While Scarlet Matashane is best known for his role as head of the studium, he is said to be one of the finest mages Charlene has ever produced, having Having seen for myself the ease with which he weaves extraordinarily complex and powerful magics, I have no reason to doubt the claim. Well, that's giving me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the Forum's true motives, and the mysteries of life itself, for good measure. It's funny. I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in days to come. And on that note, let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way you could better acquaint yourself with Key Aliopo, as the scholar suggested, while I share our findings with Raha. Nah, I already talked to her, that's cool. Whoever's playing this guitar is like... Is this Soken playing this? Or did he just write the part? This shit is fire, man. Having spent most of the time in Davnir, I've yet to fully grasp the lie of the land here in Charlene. I've been finding my way to the annex proved the challenge. The senior returned not long after we departed for the studio. A shame that he missed the chance to attend our lecture with the Scholark. Or perhaps not. I think he actually would have enjoyed going there to learn like what's going on with his body in Nidhogg, right? Maybe the same thing's happening, like maybe like Nidhogg's ether is like overriding his, you know, core memories. Do you think he remembers when he was possessed? You'd better not let your guard down around Key. One small favor becomes another, and then another, and before you know it, you'll be running to the other side of the world in search of a bottle of wine or some other rubbish. Then again, it might make for a welcome change of pace from your usual heroics, and as the Scholar said, it could lead to interesting discoveries. I seem to have done an adequate job on relaying Scholar Monteshane's lecture to Raha. Given his experiences in the field of souls and memories, he had no trouble understanding it. Ah, welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the studio proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow Scions. As expected, news of the warding scales was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Nice. Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Limsa Laminza. God damn it, don't make me go there. So the time has come for us to go on the offensive. It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan, but let us see what awaits us in Vilbrand. Let's start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Astinia? Think about how many are in each box, man. I guess one dragon scale, that doesn't take up that much room. There's probably hundreds in one box. Man, but think of Vitra though. Oh my god. Shaving off hundreds of scales? Jesus. I shouldn't complain though. Vitra and the alchemists of the Great Work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales, so you must treat them with the utmost care. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the Forum's watchful gaze, I have little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. With luck, we'll soon have good news of our own to share. The tide is about to turn. I can feel it. To Limsa Laminza. It's funny, like, how much I hate going to Limsa, but that is, like, my home city. So I started as a rogue on this character, so... Oh, Jesus Christ, that's so much. I don't know, maybe people in general just hate their home. Because they see it so much. Alright, so we gotta go see Merlvid. Actually, no, hold on, here's what I want to do, right? I'm gonna go to the Maelstrom real quick. Tsubame. I know that name. Isn't that Obero's helper? The Tsubame? Yes, sir. Alright. Oh, I gotta do these quests. I haven't finished this quest line. The post-movie one. Maybe I'll do that off screen too. Get that out of the way. Ah, I was told to expect you. As you may or may not be aware, the Admiral is at present entertaining the Elder Seer and the Sultana. You're the most powerful women in the world in one room. Do you need a moment to prepare, or shall I show you to them? Is Raban here too? Raban's probably an Alamigo, right? Isn't he like the captain of the guard over there? It'd be weird to not have Raban though. My apologies for calling you away from Charlian at such short notice. On the contrary, we are honored and grateful, and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. It is only right that this discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it is only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn we are all in accord. But, might I ask what your plan entails? It hinges entirely on the warding skills and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. During your time in Charlian, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge in abductions of kobolds, Sahagin, Ixal, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. But your triumph in Radzat Han has given us cause to hope once more. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace, and it is you, the Scion to the Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telophoroi at bay, we will dispatch our finest to strike at the enemy's heart, Garlemald. These brave few will be the Ilsabard contingent. To think such progress has been made in so short a span. Its objectives are twofold. The first is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered, robbed of their free will. They serve the Telophoroi's every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for strategic or political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. I do not ask that we set aside the decades of conflict and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember, we do not also forsake our compassion and morality, for without that there can be no reconciliation, only death without end. Aye, on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Thancred and Urianger observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there's reason to believe the smaller spires are merely a precursor of what's yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot was toppled, we'd failed to make any headway. The same could be said of the Telophoroi. There's certainly no rush to press further into our lands. I'd wager the spire's primary purpose is to divide and keep us occupied while they work towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by Y'shtola's analysis of the tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on our observations inside the Tower of Zot, the spires siphon ether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for this task alone. The excess of ether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. Hold on. Oh, damn, I missed it. I was trying to look back at the preview to see, because I feel like I glanced over something, but she was saying like never mind. I got it. So ether is being used to power something, and then I'm guessing the central tower, and then there's more ether being used for something else that we don't know about. I think that's what was said. And I'm gonna go with that, because I definitely cannot... I guess I can rewind. What am I, a caveman? Hold on. Oh, okay, no. So the towers are used... The towers pull ether to maintain their existence, and then the rest of the energy from the towers goes towards something we don't know about. Okay. Gotcha. I'm caught up. Alright, let me drop the resolution back down. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to the larger spire in the capital. There's a logic in that. Regardless, once we have uncovered the truth, we'll bring their schemes crashing down, along with their infernal towers. That's all well and good, but what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. Prime Tropical Punch, everybody. It's killer. We want you and your scales to join the Ilsabard contingent. Oh my god, I'm dying. Consider it an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. For the people of Garlemald. Couldn't have put it better myself. Ystola, Thancred, and Urianger have already pledged their support, and are on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive you will come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. God, this song is so good! It's like an airship theme in like older Final Fantasies. Once you've delivered the warding scales to Alamiga, the contingent will embark on its journey to Ilsabard. Raban and Lord Aymeric are overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Telephorai so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who can't create a diversion. Now go. Safe in the knowledge Eorzea will be as you left it, or better, upon your return. Oh, I'm already set. I'm ready. Whoa! Hey, whoa. Why is that over 1K? Oh, it's over 900. That's why. No. There we go. Okay. Thought I was lagging for a sec. What's up, squad? I must quiz Thancred and Urianger on the conditions we can expect in Garlemald. I know it's cold, but how cold? Do I need to keep my ears covered? It can be a bit sensitive at times. Oh man, speaking of Raha, I didn't even think about it. I did the Reaper quest line today, and it actually had some decent information. So they said something about so in the Reaper quest line, you're teaming up with Garlean refugees, right? So they left because, you know, they didn't want to be part of the regime anymore. But they were going into the history of Garlemald, and they were saying that so Garleans originally owned or lived in Locus Amonis, and then 800 years ago, or 800 years before Solus, you know, gave the order for Eorzea to conquer the world, Solus Emitselk, the Mikote took over Locus Amonis, right, and drove them out. You know, basically forced them out of there. And so 800 years later, Solus Emitselk gave the order to go back and said, you know, we'll take back our home, etc. And people thought they were just going to get their home back, right? And, you know, drive out, you know, the people that kicked them out. But they ended up making the people their slaves. And then a bunch of Garleans, like, liked it. And then they just kept doing that. So ever since then, the people that weren't part of it, you know, have been trying to escape or, like, opposed it, etc., etc. But Raha was saying that he was from Corvos. He might have been from Corvos, but the Garleans were there first. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. If Aymeric asks after me, say I'm getting on fine and leave it at that. Don't you dare breathe a word about the cord. I'll admit this is all rather daunting, though not quite in the way I was expecting. We'll be standing shoulder to shoulder with our alliance's finest, the best of the best, the warrior of light, and, well, me. It's silly, I know. Perhaps this is my way of distracting myself from the part I should be worried about, marching into Garlemald. You know, I'm quite looking forward to seeing who's been selected for the Ilsebard contingent. I have a few people in mind. You care to make a friendly wager? Ah, fancy meeting you here. I trust our mutual friend is settling into life as a scion. Collaboration never was his forte. The moment the fighting ended, off he'd go, like a Gallicat swept up in a strong breeze. But rest assured, he will always be there when you need him. Probably. Ah, the Wanderer's return. You've been busy bringing down a tower and producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warning skills of yours are what made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Aymeric be leading the contingent? Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we have seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. We dare not neglect our duties for too long, lest our defensive efforts fall into disarray. And just between us, there was a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Ilsebard contingent. The very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid unto the Garleans has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. I can understand that. But, like, you're doing the right thing, though. Also, you're, like, the president. Like, who gives a shit? Ultimately, you can do whatever you want. I do understand that they don't have to agree, but, like, ultimately, like, you know. Can't please them all. Sadly not. And though I do my best. Truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side charging into the fray. Alas, I have battles of my own to fight. The words may serve me better than my blade, or than any blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Aymeric's struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is a peace of mind from knowing Eorzea is in safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Ilsebard, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We'll meet again. Hey! Gaius! I genuinely forgot his name for a split second. I'm not gonna lie. Much has occurred since we parted ways in Verlet. From what I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one, that being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. Oh my god, dude, Gaius went from being kind of like a villain to being one of my favorite characters. If you haven't done the weapon storyline, okay, I'm talking to you, If you haven't done the weapon storyline, do it. If you don't own the game, buy a level skip, and do the weapon storyline. If you don't play Final Fantasy, buy the game and do the weapon storyline. So you're not coming with us? Strange. I thought you'd have a stake in this. I do. The Tsilofroi have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varus and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel with the Ilsabard contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to raise me to a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. Whether I am branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. I almost had plans. We would deliver your people from harm in your stead. I got you, man. For what it is worth, you have my gratitude. Look, Gaius and I came a long way, alright? The entire time in the weapon storyline, I was telling him, like, or actually, even in Shadowbringers, or was it Stormblood, where you see Gaius for the first time? I think it must have been... It's whenever, like, you meet him again, right? And they're having all that dialogue where it's like, Champion of Eorzea, we'll settle this later. And you could be like, fine, but we're not through here. Or you could be like, go fuck yourself. I would always choose, like, the go fuck yourself option. But the weapon storyline mellowed me out. He actually became really endearing, and I like Gaius a lot. Just in that storyline alone, he's been through a lot of shit, man. He's been through a lot of shit. For what it is worth, you have my gratitude. You and your comrades have the strength and courage to deliver my countrymen. I am certain of it. In light of Gaius' rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I will stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friends inside? You might even bump into an old acquaintance or two, and if I don't see you again ere you depart, may the Fury guide and protect you. All of you. Regardless of how my countrymen receive you, the cold will not treat you kindly. Underestimate it at your peril. Maxima would have you meet your new traveling companions. The other members of the Ilsabard contingent are gathered in the Royal Palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you are ready. Ah, the remaining members of the Scions. Your friends and most of the Ilsabard contingent await you within. Would you like me to see you through?
By the 12.
That's a whole fucking army! We got the squad!
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without me.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsabard contingent.
This is so cool.
Indeed, which is
oh my
why
god.
I'm glad to find myself in the company of
okay, finally she's back, bro.
Myself included.
Lucia.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative.
I was wondering what the fuck
Good
what the
of
fuck
all
happened to you?
nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company.
I think I saw one of Horshafon's brothers in here.
Everyone!
Look at
I
Raha.
may have your attention.
Oh my god, dude, it's literally everybody. It's everybody. This is so cool.
Might I ask you to speak first?
White mage
I
mentor. Well, her little brother.
I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation, here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer.
I forgot they're
We
also
shall
related.
provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort.
This is so cool.
Of course, with an experienced white mage such as
Oh
yourself,
my god!
those requiring more involved treatment will be in safe hands. Raya O sends her regards, by the way.
That's so cool.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Who are you again?
Wait, I know you.
Wait, hold on. Who are you?
The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hillfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me.
Oh!
Of course, if I'd
fuck.
refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody execution.
Sicard,
My reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship.
So Sicard, I think he was there in 1.0, but there's a cool quest line that you can do. So my character doesn't know him, but I imagine if you're a legacy player, you would know him. If I'm not, I could be mistaken, but I think Sicard is there was a quest line in the recent Rising event, and there was a quest line in the recent Rising event, and I think you actually see him, and he's like giving flowers or something. Am I mistaken? Who? Wait, no. Is this the guy that opposed Merylvid? I think it is, actually. I think this is the guy that opposed Merylvid. Rising Admiral, or something to that effect. I think it is. I think it is. Ah, I wish I knew who this character was. It's bothering me now. Yeah, so what's cool about 14 actually, Sin, is that there's context sensitive dialogue. So depending on like what you've done in the past, or like what quests you've done, you can actually get different dialogue. So I probably got that because I finished the White Mage quest line up to 70. So I don't know if you have to go up to 70, maybe like up to 50 or something like that, but yeah, they do that if you like if you finish certain quests, you'll get different dialogue. Like with Alize, for example, if you did binding coils, you'll get like some specific like bonding dialogue. Like she'll mention things that happened during binding coils whenever she talks to you. Okay, yeah, I think this guy is not who I thought it was. So I'm gonna retract everything I said. I think this guy just opposed Merylvid, and is one of the pirates who was like, you know, we're gonna take back Limsa Laminza and make it, you know, about the pirates again.
So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do. Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we
Oh, and that's
thought
the
we'd bring
scholar
along
mentor.
a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy.
It's a scholar and a warrior mentor.
Just like the Gradanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Talk to him.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest.
So some of the Black Mage mentors.
If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front.
And the Pugilist mentor.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the Avatar of Destruction.
Yeah.
With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabad contingent.
Nice.
I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission.
The squad.
Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
It's Horschafon's brother.
Lord Emanolain!
Ah, yes. Emanolain de Forton, at your service. Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that.
This is the first time you've ever had a voice.
But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
Talk to him.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honohua with my tales of daring do.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
I wonder if I missed some dialogue because I don't have some of these jobs at 70.
Would that be the Shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Oh no. I mean, yes, but this is gonna be hilarious.
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as the steppe is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group.
Hell yeah.
Lente's Tears.
And the Bosnian resistance.
Woo!
Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamiga. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Gaius bloody Baelsar himself is working to help rebuild Wurlit, a nation he once conquered. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy, but we're all determined to make this world a better place.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garlond Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us, so it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
That was so cool. That is so fucking cool. Can I talk to them? Oh my god! Okay. I gotta talk to them. Okay. I trust Justinian is proving himself a useful addition to your band. Though I am here today in my capacity as a Temple Knight, I look forward to seeing the other former Azure Dragon in action once more. So Alberic, this is the Dragoon mentor, if I'm not mistaken. He used to be one, and then that's actually where you meet Justinian for the first time. So technically you meet Justinian before Heavensward. But you know, I'm sure a lot of people, myself included, didn't really do that. So it's kind of awkward playing through Heavensward and then leveling up Dragoon, because then you just see some random guy walking around, and behold, it's Justinian, right? But you've already met, so that cutscene, yeah, that was actually really good. If it isn't Hayes, 'tis thanks in no small part to you that the manufactory's future is looking brighter than ever, my friend. I am pleased to report that I and a handful of my colleagues have been selected to join the contingent. Ere the expedition is ended, even the Temple Knights will be singing our machinist praises. Once they have borne witness to not only our mechanical proficiency, but our combat prowess too, of course. Machinist mentor, of course. Madeleine. Well, well, if I'd known what a social gathering this would turn out to be, I'd have dressed for the occasion. Still, this seems the perfect opportunity to mingle with the other guests. Would I be correct in assuming those ladies over yonder are Sirena and Sadu of the Steppe? Perhaps I should introduce myself, though I don't much like the looks of that fellow with the enormous axe. He will literally cut you in half if you get anywhere near either of them. I cast my lot with the Populares to bridge the divide between Garlemald and the territories, that all may be united in the common cause. But we are disparaged as a radical element. The center is looking to destabilize the Empire from within. Many friends and even my parents perished in unfortunate accidents. I too would surely have met the same fate had I not defected. Nevertheless, I still dream of equality and peace for us all. As the world itself stands on the brink of collapse, I hold out hope that one day that dream will become reality. So this is the Pugilist mentor? Or like the yeah, I think it's Pugilist, right? Because let me see. As you can tell, I'm not very familiar with the Pugilist class, but yeah, I think this is a Pugilist mentor before you become monk. No, it's not. Because the Pugilist mentor was some asshole, right? Or is it the monk mentor? When you hit level 30. I think that was the monk mentor that I'm thinking of. It was like some asshole alchemist or something like that. I'm so glad that I found you. I have for you a letter from Master Hamon. Let's read it together, shall we? Now let's see here. I have every confidence that your fish shall bring the Telepharoi to their knees, and should you espy any beautiful maidens thereabouts, perhaps sing to them my praises? Charming, master. Well, more fool me for thinking this letter would contain something actually inspiring. Let's just, forget this note exists and focus on the battle ahead. Who are you? I don't know who you are. You look familiar, but I don't know who you are. Kokobuki, this is the Black Mage mentor. We came as quickly as we could. We would follow your example and devastate the Telepharoi with the full extent of our prowess. Worry not for your brothers, Busi. We will return soon enough. Often his father told me of the struggles faced by Alamigo in the days of the occupation, and I too have crossed swords with the Empire on many occasions. Though Garlemald has long been our bitter enemy, our grace is elected to bolster the Ilsabard contingent with members of the Immortal Flames. As representatives of the Sultanate, we are one in our commitment to the cause. Oh, let me read that again? Sorry, I looked at chat. I got a free company invite. I'm a bitter enemy. Alright. Sicard, yeah, okay, so you're the people that opposed Merlvid. I'm pretty sure. Until the Empire fell, Guardians were the only ones Until the Empire fell, Guardians were the only ones we was allowed to impose tariffs upon at sea. It wasn't easy pickings, but I made myself a pretty guild. Since they've been so generous to me and mine, perhaps it's time I returned the favor and gave a little something back. Okay, Brunbar, you are the warrior mentor? I'm here representing the Marauders Guild, and it's my job to keep the Smiths out of harm's way. Mind you, with them hammers of theirs, they could put up a fair fight with them. They could put up a fair fight themselves. With a bit of luck, this will be over and done before you know it. Maybe when this is all over, you could pay the Axemaster a visit. He still tells all the new recruits about the time you killed Kujata and avenged that boy's parents. I remember it like it were yesterday. And then you are the Scholar Mentor. Greetings, Hayes. The time has come for us Marines to show— Oh, he called us Marines! That's so fire! Okay, so if you finish the Scholar questline, you meet Tonberries. So they were actually under a curse. The people of oh man, what's the civilization? It's gonna kill me. But the people, so where the Wanderer's Palace is, the civilization that lived there, they were under a curse and they all turned into Tonberries. Well, they were starting to wake up again from being put to sleep by one of the scholars because he was trying to find a way to like save them. And one of the ones that woke up was a military instructor. In the quest line, you join his military and he trains you into being Marines. And Alcazolka took it to heart because he loved like battle strategy, and he was so happy to finally meet like a military general of that civilization. I wish I could remember the name. And so he trained really, really hard and ended up becoming an official Marine of that civilization. So that's cool to me. We did too, but it's cool that, you know, they acknowledge it. Greetings, Hayes. Time has come for us Marines to show our valor upon the battlefield. All who see us will know of our name and quake before our might. Are the other two here? To victory, come hells or high water, hell yeah. That's the slogan. I don't know if the other ones are here. I don't see them. Nah, I don't think they're here. There were two other ones that became Marines as well. I can't lie to you, Hayes. I wasn't entirely for this whole thing when Sanson spoke to me, but if it means being your brother in arms, then who am I to pedifog? I think this is the... not necessarily the... Okay, so Sanson was the archer mentor, but Guidalot was some asshole that was traveling with us. I think this was the Stormblood? I think it was the Stormblood archery quests that you meet Guidalot. I think Sanson was from Heavensward, but Guidalot was from Stormblood. They had their differences, and then, you know, they got together, and now they're friends. But, yeah. Dude, the Blue Mages would actually be sick. I still need to do those quests, man. I still need to do Blue Mage. And that's the thing, I like Blue Mage. It's just, like, I wanna, like... I kept getting distracted. So, I'm kinda, like, waiting for, like, some downtime, you know? Maybe I'll do it when I finish 6.0. I'll do Blue Mage for a little bit. I shouldn't be so hard on him, I suppose. His bard unit is quite impressive, really. Yes, one must give credit where credit is due. Rather uncouth for one to do otherwise, after all. Our prowess has finally been recognized by the Order of the Twin Adder. Naturally, Guidalot is also here helping us. Whilst his ability as a bard is unmatched, I do worry about his judgment. However, you need not. I shall be keeping a close eye on him. I promise. In case you were wondering, Ashiva will be staying behind to defend the Twelveswood with my sisters. Ashiva is a, she was part of the White Mage quest. She was a... I don't think she was actually a White Mage, or was she? I think she was. But basically, one of the White Mages that, kind of went around the world and actually, like, did healing. Ashiva's grandfather was assistant to that guy. And all of the people in the Twelveswood that study, you know, white magic, I'm explaining this terribly. So there was a guy who is very influential as far as white magic is concerned, right? His partner, like his assistant, was Ashiva's grandfather. Ashiva idolized both of them, and when things were happening around the world that was it was like destroying the world. It was like, I think they called it the Taint. I'm 5. They called it the Taint. Ashiva wanted to go heal it, right? So Ashiva wanted to travel the world. So that's where we came in. So we traveled the world like these two up here. But oh god, what's their race called? I forgot the race's name, but they opposed it, and then eventually they came out and helped. And then they became friends with Ashiva, and you know, plot. But Ashiva will be staying behind to defend the 12s with my sisters. She was of the opinion she would make a useful addition to our contingent, and was eager to make good on her vow to accompany me as well. Which was flattering, but ultimately it was decided that her skills would be better put to use, keeping our homeland safe. I am, of course, obligated to share with her every detail when I return. I want to talk to everyone first. Magnai! With the Mole champions of the Nadam, and the Dothar having sent so many here, I had thought to defend the steppe in their absence, and I would have done so were it not for my step-brothers. They urged me to grant our allies the sun's might, that his radiance may deliver unto them victory. Though I must tolerate the presence of this feral Dotharli dog. As first among my brothers, I could do no less than accept this challenge. My deeds will become the stuff of legends. Shut up, you know you have a crush on her. I care not for the Iron Men or their troubles. It is of the destiny of the weak to die in ignominy. Even so, I will do as I have agreed. I volunteered to join this band at Serena's request, and if she thinks it a worthy cause, that is reason enough. But we hail from different tribes, our bond has grown strong of late. She is much better company on a hunt than any of the steppes oafish men could dream to be. I'm glad to see you all, Hayes. Grandmother was worried for you. The night I agreed to be... I thought that said Hitler. I thought that said a different word. that night I agreed to come hither and join the contingent. The god sent her a strange dream. 2 suns, one burning red, the other frozen black. Closer they circled, closer and closer. And as they danced, the world fell to ruin. In blinding chaos, she spied blackened silhouettes and knew at once that one was yours. Wow. I'm guessing the black one is Xenos. Yet we knew not how to interpret this dream, save as a sign that great danger awaits. But whatever lies ahead, I will walk with you, traveler. Allow me to express my deepest gratitude for your role in liberating Bazia. Me and my countrymen owe you more than we can ever hope to repay. Now that our dream has finally been realized, Basayen has seen fit to send a few of us to join this expeditionary force. I hope our skill will be of use. Oh my gosh, you know what? I'm happy to see you guys, but you don't know how much I suffered in Bazia, man. I was suffering. I have close ties with the scouts of the Eastern Alliance and the various resistance groups, and they're an absolute joy to work with. Blessed are we to have made countless steadfast allies over our journey's course. Indeed, we are joined today by many new acquaintances, who in time shall we come to call our comrades and mayhap friends. This is extraordinary. To be in such company, the finest our allies have to offer, with comrades such as these, we are bound to succeed. I'm sure of it. I did not expect to see the other former Azure Dragoon here of all places. As he well knows, I'm not one for verbose greetings. We shall instead let our lances do the talking once we are on the battlefield. Then we'll see if the other has been diligent in his training. We've been part of joint military operations like this before, and with far greater numbers, but for some reason this feels very different to our previous experiences. Despite having shared little more than introductions, there is already a palpable sense of camaraderie. I was half expecting to find the man who taught me red magic amongst our number, but he's nowhere to be seen. Aww. You know what? Yeah, that would have been cool if he showed up. I suppose he's had his share of unpleasant experiences with the Empire, but so have we all. Perhaps there's some other reason. Well, in any case, I have a feeling I'll see him again once this is all over. I'm sure he'll be pleasantly surprised by how much my swordplay's improved since we last met. It's the Red Mage mentor. It's the same guy. He mentions it offhand in the Red Mage questline somewhere. I forgot exactly where, but he does mention it. I've led troops in a battle many a time, but never a unit with such a diverse range of talents. While I've been briefed on their capabilities, I expect you can provide additional insight into their strengths and weaknesses. I'd appreciate any advice you may have. Besides the delegates assembled here, the Amalja and several other tribes offer to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climate of Ilsabard. They would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Telepharoi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea, but their eagerness to do more has been noted. We few shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute the warding skills to our comrades. Care to do the honors? Warding skills for the Asgardian delegation, I take it. Many thanks. These talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. I find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald. Sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. And now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. But that is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Aymeric. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. Well, let me see if the volume stayed. Okay, just making sure. I turned down the sound in my headphones just a little bit so I could hear my voice better. For the future of Ishgard, Garlemald, and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. That a set of warding skills I spy. Not that I would know what they look like. Wow, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with ether. All the better to fend off the tempering waves? Is that the right term? Anyway, these will give us one less thing to worry about, which just leaves the other mountain and whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald. Only one way to find out, eh? And nervous or not, I'd march through all 7 hells if it gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. I hear you got something for us. These enchanted talismans, or should that be talismen, would probably require considerably less time and effort to produce if the alchemists of the great work were not so preoccupied with making them look pretty. Ah, them scales everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, ain't they? I reckon they'll be worth a gil or two when this is all over, but we'll hold on to them for now. And one more thing. I know what you're all thinking. Why didn't they send Unzar instead? Bugger to find out. All the Admiral and Captain Hillefear told me was they need someone to help safeguard the future, and here I am. Can't say they haven't got a sense of humor. Of course, some of you might be wondering what good a pirate is on dry land, in the middle of the sodden snow of all places. Well, me and my crew will do whatever needs doing, so let's set sail, or however the saying goes on airships. Yes? So these are the famed warding scales. Enough for me and my men, I see. I myself am especially grateful for this opportunity to visit distant lands. I wish to follow in the footsteps of Master Atoa. That's his name. That's the old white mage, Master Atoa. And learn all there is to learn of the star we call home. Indeed, that is the primary reason I volunteered to join the expedition. To journey outside the Twelveswood. Much less enter into Imperial territory is a rare privilege afforded to Pajal. That's the name of the race too, Pajal. Not that I'm tagging along to see the sights. The Garleans would benefit from my healing magics, as would our comrades, should fighting break out. We heard it would be cold in Garlemald, so we came prepared. Oh, the talismans! We're to keep these close at all times, yes? I will see that no one misplaces theirs. And before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands, in times of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of life. Hold on. Okay, Hien, that's bars. Those are all 8 syllables. I hope I have done his words justice. Doma, like much of Othard, has been plagued by the towers. Yet while he could not be here, he wished to express his shared conviction. Hien and Yugiri labored without rest to unite the people, and with their aid, we will keep the enemy at bay. And we of the Steppe and the Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war. Hell yeah. Seems so long. Brings our memories to... I expect Garlemald will be mostly the latter, but I'd like to believe we'll look back on these days more fondly in the years to come. For that to happen, we'll have to make it out of this alive. Wait, do they all have something they say after giving them the skills? Oh no, I guess I just didn't talk to Lise. Oops. Do you have a warding skill for me too? Thank you for this, and for going to such incredible lengths for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice, if I may. You have been told by many to wear the cold of Ilsabard, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be distributing specially made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist Guild, but understand they are no substitute for proper protection. I'll leave the provisioning of said protection to your discretion. Now let us proceed to the Alamigan Quarter. While you make your final preparations, I will have the pilots ready the airships. That was cool. I like that a lot. This is our last chance to make ready before we set forth. You needn't worry about Urian J and I. We still have what we were in Garlemald before. Estinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor. And since he spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well, I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grain Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, providing you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. If only I had time to find something to my liking. Hark! Is that the cry of scions in need of a tailor I hear? Please tell me it's the tailor mentor. Ah, it's Tataru. Okay. But how? I have my ways. Oh, yes, indeed. You thought you could sneak off to Ilsabard without telling me? Ha! Nothing escapes my notice. Is that the new fit? Now, you will wear these garments I've made for you, whether you like it or not. Nah, I'm good. I got one. You never cease to amaze. But why do you need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion. Rather, the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? She has a knife. Why does she have a knife? I did have one other thing to share. Actually, isn't she like a ninja? Wasn't there a thing where like Tataru was learning how to fight? I feel like I did that quest line, right? And then at the end of the quest line, it was just, you know, she was just gonna accept that she wasn't an Arcanist. But at the end of the quest line, she like teleported or something. Am I tripping? I think I'm tripping. Ergmus and Bloom Vita have finally returned from assignments in faraway lands. They'll be staying at the Rising Stones for a while, to keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running things back at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Sharlayan? Oh, why not? You can keep Carl company in the Baldessian Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you there. And I heard Ergmus and Blomvito did a fine job carrying on in our stead while we were lying comatose. With them in charge of the Rising Stones, we've nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in a position to transport your souls to another world, if anything similarly disastrous were to happen, I'll be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of, and then I'll make my way to Charlotte. I really do hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you, other than pray for your safe return, which I will. Every day. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. I'll see what it looks like. I'll see what it looks like. I'm not gonna wear it, but I'll see what it looks like. Let's see. Oh. Wow, Tataru, it's well, it's certainly well made. It's certainly well made, Tataru. I appreciate it. Thank you. Tataru is desperately trying to retain her composure as she prepares to see you off on another perilous journey. I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? Alright, I'm going to put that in... I guess that's the nearest city? I'm gonna go put that in Glamour Dresser. If I even have the prisms for it. Alright. Nice. Let me see, what do I have here? I'm just gonna decent this and sell it. Yeah, probably won't sell that. Not selling too fast. And people haven't bought these in 4 days, yeah. Alright. Alright, nothing there. I'm excited getting to go to Garlemald. You know, after all this time. Ariel, you're good? Oh, right, you're that NPC. Why are you just staring at the sky, man? Oh shit, sightseeing! Because I doubt we can land on it. It's probably easier if I do it this way, right? Fuck. Let me see if I can land on it. No, okay, so I have to jump. Oh, come on. I'll try from up here. Alright, welcome to the next 10 minutes of the stream. Every time I say that, I get it. A residential area situated to the south of Alamigo, under Garlean rule, it was assigned for the use of the An, those lowliest subjects of the Empire not accorded citizenship. During that time, it was also known as a Peregrine Quarter, a reference to the derogatory name by which the Imperial occupiers called Alamigan natives. Wow. That's awful. If you haven't read the books in Great Gabal Library, it's actually a really good read. So, the way Garlean society is structured, right? Their titles are in the middle of their name, but they also have titles to like lowlifes, for example. And I believe An, like they said, is the lowest. They're like, you know, basically people they consider trash. But it's really cool how they do that. But what's also cool is that you can work your way up. So if your country is owned by Garlemald, you can actually join their military, and as long as you serve for 10 years, you can actually become a noble. And that option was appealing for a lot of people. Fordola's parents are one of them. Fordola's parents were Alamigan, but I believe her dad joined the military, and then he earned his nobility. So Fordola was born into that, though, so she didn't know why people hated her family so much. There's that scene where she watches her parents die because they got stoned, literally got stoned, trying to protect Fordola. and she didn't know any of what was going on, you know. So, but yeah, it's kind of sad when you think about it. It's an honor to finally meet you. We of the Garland Ironworks will be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains and into Garlemald. For many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable Imperial defector. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there is all we might do to be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you are ready to depart, I will ready the engines. Upon boarding the airship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In addition, you will be required to participate in battle. Oh, it's going to be one of these? Your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you will be able to try again for the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. Okay, so I will be doing that. Just make sure I'm on Ninja. Okay. I will be right back, though. I'm going to take a quick little break if it's going to be pretty long. And then I will do that. So, see you in a bit. Alright, I'm back. Let me put my headset on. I just needed to cool off for a little bit. I turned my fan on like 1 so it doesn't like blare into the mic. I hope it's not. Just let me know if you hear any like buzzing from the wind. And then I also have the AC on to keep me cool. So I apologize for any unfortunate sound. But let's get back into it because I'm excited. I muted myself, right? Okay, just making sure.
Ilsabad, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly?
Sorta? Ah, damn, I'm sorry. I don't know actually. I do have like a limit on how long I can go. Like I can't go past like 11.
Of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius. The winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
You don't need any pants?
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps.
Are you sure? Okay. Cause I don't want it to be annoying, you know what I mean? So just let me know.
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they are led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
Her armor is so sick.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Huh. So they're working
Indeed.
together now?
In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War.
I feel like I missed what they...
Yet now, these former foes cooperate
Yeah,
to
okay.
defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
I wonder if they've been
Then
tempered.
it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position.
Nice.
Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments. And once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
Oh, his armor looks sick. Okay, Tasaru, I see you. Why doesn't mine look like that? What the fuck, man? I wish mine looked like that.
The proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Ishtola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right, once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's Magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Oh, is it actually like stealth? Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so what are his buttons? Because is it different buttons from Shadowbringers? It is. Solid barrel combo. Okay, that's just attacks. Mask your presence, making it impossible for most enemies to detect you. And increases movement speed, cannot be cast while in combat. While hidden, delivers an attack that neutralizes Imperial soldiers. When the target is a Magitech weaponry or guard dog, delivers an attack with a potency of 100. Okay. So I can't use it on Magitech or guard dogs. That's defense. It's a bomb that confuses in the sense of guard dogs, neutralizing them. There's no effect on them. Okay. So what do I use against weaponry? Assuming there is nothing else you wish to confirm, we may commence the mission as soon as you're ready. Wait, is that what we just did? Oh, okay, nice. In the coming battle, you'll fight as Thancred. You have two objectives. Place explosives on the Imperial Magitech. Deactivate the frontline Magitech units via the control terminal. Oh, I'm actually going to enjoy this a lot. If the guards detect and pursue you, enemy forces will become more aware of the threat you pose, as indicated by the threat and awareness gauge. The gauge will gradually fill until you defeat all alerted enemies. If the gauge is completely filled, the guards will call for reinforcements and the mission will end in failure. Use swift deception to avoid detection as you go about completing your objectives. Success in this mission hinges on the following points. Swift Deception renders Thancred invisible and increases his movement speed. While active, enemy soldiers and Magitech will be unable to perceive Thancred's presence, even if they are within close proximity. However, it has no effect on the guard dog's acute sense of smell, and they will be able to detect Thancred regardless. Moreover, this action can only be used outside of combat. It will also be unavailable when Thancred attempts to deactivate Magitech fields or execute certain other actions. Okay, so use that for people and Magitech. Thancred's silent takedown will instantly render a soldier unconscious. It can only be used while Swift Deception is in effect. Though it cannot be used on Magitech or guard dogs, utilizing silent takedown whenever possible is essentially impairing a path to your objectives. Okay, to take down people. As guard dogs can detect Thancred even when Swift Deception is active, you can instead use a Bewilderment Bomb to distract them and sneak past unnoticed. Conversely, Bewilderment Bombs have no effect on Magitech or soldiers, so take care to choose the right tool for the situation. Okay, so avoid Magitech at all costs. Don't aggro those. Bewilder dogs, take out guys. Sounds good. I'm ready.
Keep your wits about you.
We're going this way? Oh.
We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
Okay, I should be able to get by. I need you to turn around. I'm gonna take you out first. Oh, fuck. Fuck! No! Ah! Damn it!
Must be losing my touch.
I didn't know they turned around. Alright, I'll keep that in mind then. They have, patrol cones. I kinda wanna fail and start over. I kind of want to fail and start over. Okay, I need to take you out. Take out the lasers. You can't get seen by the Magitech. Wait for you to turn around. Can't really get a good view on anything else. Okay. I'm going in. Take you up. Guess we'll be safe here. Let's see. There's Magitech there. There's a patrol there. Are they crossing on the same plane? Or not? I gotta take out one, then the other. I guess we'll figure out if they notice corpses. Or knocked out people. Oh, that guy's breezing! Oh, that's Magitech, okay. So I gotta take this guy out when the Magitech is not on the same side as it. Okay, no. Take you out, and then hide. I should be okay. Can't get too close just yet. I love stealth games. Like you have no idea. I gotta wait for you to go up. Come on. Alright, now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's get out. Alright, how do we handle this? Okay, so they only patrol the corners. I have to go right as it moves. There's 2 guards there. I don't have enough time to take out 2 guards. No, there's only 1 guard. I have to go when the guard is facing this way. Okay. Gotcha. Makes sense. I could probably do it when the guard is facing... Let me see the pattern. I think I have to go now. Oh my god. Come on, come on, come on! Fuck! Oh my god.
Must be losing my touch.
That is so quick. Thought I had more time. Okay, like I approached from the wrong side. Anyway. What's happening here? Can't really get a good look. Oh, it's a guard dog. Okay. Two people. I don't think they can see me from there. Gotta take them both out. Or I think just the one that's turning. Gotta take out. They're both turning. I need an opening. Come on, give me one. Are you gonna turn to the left? Or to your right? Okay, you do. Now. Okay, so that's the range they attack in, right? Gotta take out the Imperial. But I can't take the Imperial out when they're on the right side. I have to take them out when they're on the left side. Okay. Yeah, the right side's too dangerous because there's a Magistic over there. So I gotta wait for him to cross back over. But this guy can't be looking. Okay, I think this is the opening. Ah, there's another one over there. Gotta take you out too. Oh, it doesn't even have to be from behind. I thought it had to be from behind. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. I I guess doing it when, like, you know, one's facing away and, like, they're both facing away makes it easier to take out one than the other. But I genuinely thought it had to be from behind. That's why I got in the first one. Alright, I gotta go in. I gotta go back in, though. Let's get this one. Let's get out. I can't cancel it early. Yep. Okay, the next one should be easy pickings. I think I need to wait for the same opening to get the next one. But I have to do it like as it's walking, right? Because then this one's gonna be... I need this one to be walking this way, and I need that one to be walking that way. So I'll wait for that. Or I guess if this one's coming this way, as this one's walking that way, it should work. So I think next cycle I can do it. Nice.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
Nah. Platformer 101, we wait for the next cycle. This is no different than jumping on floating mushrooms. Always wait for the next cycle. But as soon as you jump, that's when it's gonna move away, or it's gonna turn and look at you. Alright, now this next room is fucked. Okay, what can I see? So, big Magitech, 100% cannot get seen by you. There's a safe spot off to the left, being watched by a guard, so I can make it to that first blue bit, which I think they're trying to tell me to go to. I can make it to that first blue bit and then hide there. I don't think that guard is turning around, but now we know that's not an issue. I can take out the guard there. Oh, the guard is turning around. Vanguard is on patrol. Tempered Imperial is on patrol. So I think this Tempered Imperial, I need to get him. Before I move on, I need to clear you. Right, because you're going to be walking next to my hiding spot. So I got to clear you first. That should be easy. I think I can go behind. There's a guard watching over there. Oh, there. You can kind of see it in the back. One of the slashers is on patrol by that guard I was looking at. Okay, so I got to watch out for that. And I can't go this way, so it has to be from the front. So I have to do it when the slasher is not looking. Come down, get rid of that guard while that slasher goes around the corner. That should be easy enough, because this guy will be taken out, that guy will be taken out, the Vanguard should be rotated away. I have to take out the guard dog first, and then take out that guard, and then that guard. Okay. Should be fine here. Okay, I need to take you out first. I gotta wait for the right cycle. Which should be happening now. No, it's not. Soon. No, this isn't it. As soon as I go, this guy's gonna come out. Turn around. Yep. Okay. This could be the cycle. Ah, it's like really tight. It has to be when this guy is next to me. I can't do it otherwise. I need you to like walk first. Actually, maybe if I go... Okay, I think I see it. I think I see it. Come on. Alright, you're next. You should be easy. Just gotta get through the main guard. And I can walk past it while invisible, I'm pretty sure. But I don't want to risk it. Take you out. Oh, perfect. That thing doesn't come this way. I have a good spot. I'm in. So now I gotta take you out. This is more fun doing it this way, but like I can't see shit if I don't zoom out. I feel like I'm playing Metal Gear. I think I did it too early. I panicked. I did it too early. I'm glad I didn't go. Alright, see how those slashers are moving? So there's two of them. So I have to get the kill when the slashers are in this position. So I think next will be okay. I think next one's gonna be safe, not this one. Alright, this next one should be good. I'm gonna wait for the slashes to move first. Alright, clean. Now I think I'll wait for the same position, and then I get that Imperial right there. And then... Oh, there are two guard dogs. That changed a lot. I think I can take out... I think I have to take out... Okay, this is gonna be weird. I think I see it. I think I see what they want me to do. I have to... So in this position, I have to sneak past... I have to sneak past the guard dogs. Or sneak past the slashers. Throw the bomb. Take out that dog. And then that'll take that one out. Alright, see? It's not gonna see me. But I have to like go like as it goes. Or else I'm fucked. Alright, there we go. I wasn't confident about that one, but I think that was it, so I'm glad I thought that was it, so I'm glad I was right. That Imperial in the middle should be an easy target. I think I have to take her out first. I'm gonna have to sprint though, all the way there. Okay, now let's that one down. And now I can get that Tempered Imperial, and then I'm good to move on. Which I should be able to do. It could have been then. It could have been then. I was worried about this bastard. There's another room. Okay, I want to pre-position. Because it's the cycle or nothing. Now, next step is the other guard dog, I think. I have to do it when the vanguard is not looking. I should be able to hit the guard dog from this angle, right? Yeah, okay. So vanguard not looking, this position on the slashers, I go in, sleep the dog, and then run out. It has to be like as they're moving though, that I run in. I might not even have to use stealth for that one. Okay, it should be next. No. Come on. Nice. Okay, dog down. Okay, I think I take out that Imperial. I don't even need to take out that one. That one was bait. I take out that Imperial, and then I should be able to open the door. Yeah, I kind of want to start over and go no threat, because I didn't like understand it on the first one, and I was like, what? But no, I love stealth puzzles. Stealth games are one of my favorite things. Sly Cooper is what started it all for me. No, not yet. Because if I do it now, I'm going to get seen by the Vanguard. I have to do it, I think 2 more cycles I can do it. Safely. I have to like get the kill like as they're crossing, because then I shouldn't be seen by the slashers. Let's see. I think it's this next one coming up. I should be good. No, probably not. I gotta do it safely. Could probably go in now, actually. Ooh, was I too hasty? Good measure. Oh, I fucked up. I gotta go around. As soon as it moves, I hide. There we go. Nice. That one was fun. Let's get over here. Alright, what the fuck is happening here? 3 Vanguards, 2 Tempereds. Control terminal over there. So I gotta get past the Vanguards on a good cycle. Touch the control terminal. Take out both guards. Can I even do that safely? So I gotta take out the... I have to take out... I don't even think I can get them both. I think I ignore those guys. I think those are bait. Alright, so both facing away is when I go for the terminal. I don't think it's gonna do this next one. top one like this, and I want the bottom one on this side. I never really paid attention to the design of a Vanguard. They look weird. They look really fucking weird. Tiny heads. Maybe I could do it on this next one. Because they will be facing away. I'll just be really close. Oh my god, it takes forever. What the fuck? Why? Oh, nice, I got it. Oh, it disables them both. Okay. Woo! That was fun.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
Is that a detonator? A few moments later, at the rear of the Ilsabard contingent supply caravan.
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but... Wait! Something's coming!
Oh shit, guard dogs.
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
Oh, the way I drew out the blades, that's fire! I love this song so much. I think it's my favorite song in the expansion. In the coming battle, you will fight as Hayes Nadal.
Fighters, protect the others!
Speak with Ironworks pilot. Wait, where at? Speak with the Ironworks pilot? Okay, I guess I just keep fighting.
A brief respite, but stay alert. Keep the carriages safe.
Okay, now I move on.
What impeccable timing!
I got you, man.
Fear not, friends! The savior of Ishgard is here!
Whatever you say, buddy. last time I think that was. Yeah, come here. Oh, I thought I would argue all three, but alright. Well.
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger.
I got him.
Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
We're the only ones struggling. Time we put our backs into it then.
I fucked the order. It's fine. She worked the same. See, I played so much Brazia, I'm like expecting my my jutsu to do more damage to the Magitech. Oh, do we have to sink it? Should be fun with that now, too. There we go.
You lot alright back there? We're fine. I'm ready for more. Hear that?
I have to go help him?
Get to the front and turn the tide.
What the fuck is that in the background? Head to the front line? Okay, I'm doing it! I'm doing it! Damn. Is that the tower they're building in Garlemald? Holy shit. Meanwhile, on the front line. This is the remix. This is the remix of the victory fanfare. Dun, 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 dun.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
Well, they're using it as like the base.
It's nothing that won't heal in time.
Okay, Batman.
The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
That I did.
That's Vigilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's no end to them!
I was wondering when you'd turn up.
Oh, that's so sick! Is that an emote I can get?
There's no stopping us now. Come on. Let's show them what we're made of.
That is so fucking cool. Isn't there a draw emote?
We have them now! Forward!
Oh, I should have. No, damn. Oh well.
Let them have it!
Holy shit, man. Nice. They got stat markers out there and shit? What? What's happening out there? Look at her just walking. Stick up the ads, stick up the ads. And we'll kick her ass. Oh, Giga Tempest, like, what's his face? Menenias in Bosnia. He also fought with the spear. Max melee. Oh my, is she just doing his moves? That's cool. Okay, we'll see for sure. Gunbird, yeah, okay, yeah, so she has Menenias' moves from Bosnia. So if you've never done the duels in Bosnia, there's a duel, or one of the duels is against Menenias. He's in the storyline. And a lot of the moves that she's doing comes from that duel. So it's a little bit of a... It's a little bit frightening seeing them again, but they're different. They're not exactly the same.
Is everyone alright?
I don't care about your reinforcements. What? Oh shit. Oh, she's just gonna dip?
Kill or die!
Okay, Magna, I see you. Potting and stuff? He's trying to get that parse. Run for me. Oh shit, okay. Oh, she's doing her her LB. I gotta keep him alive.
Tremble before the sun!
This is just like... Get him, Sadu! I'm not on the receiving end this time. That was fire. That was just callbacks to like all the shit that like scared us in this game. That's really cool. Except not all of it was on the enemy side. The Mennonites duel is still fresh in my brain though. I'm still reeling from that one.
A worthy adversary. Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again, to the death.
Sadu Hatun.
Magnai, man. We gotta get you on a dating app.
The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan? Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
That's Justinian and Y'shtola in the back.
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain. "800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here.
Jesus.
Bested by the Kavosi, after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth, freezing, hungry, desperate, hated. The chosen forsaken. In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution. How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum?
He probably just made it up.
Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks?
Oh, so Solus was like a real guy and then got possessed by Emet-Selch.
Like
I see.
so many others, those who knew the truth are gone.
I didn't know that. I thought, huh.
Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed. Bitterly so.
Garlemald.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
We can consider the question after we have made camp. If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
That was fire. That was really good. Let's get my etherite. Alright. Garlemald. I don't know if there's gonna be a who are you and what do you do here NPC, considering we kind of just took over this place, but it's kind of pretty, honestly, if not for the snow. In spite of the obstacles we faced, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little farther and we will reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we are to discuss the course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking your Stolen and Graha to join us in that building to the northeast of the camp? Alize and I will meet you there. A meeting? Yes, I'll make my way over once my head is cleared. In truth, I've been feeling out of sorts since we arrived. The air... Do I know that guy? The air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. 'Tis the monstrous tower on the horizon. Jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, its presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Zot, only far more terrifying. Ether flows unceasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mass of unfathomable power. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. Can you see the... Wow, it's fucking huge. It's not a tower, that's a whole ass castle, man. Jeez. You'll be pleased to know most of the Tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time that has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. It's possible that everyone fled at the first sign of trouble, though it seems to me they've left far too many useful possessions behind. Aye, although there is no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect they were tempered. Sorry, I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned a meeting? I'll make my way there. His is fire too! What the fuck? Why can't I get a cool jacket? I want a cool jacket, man. I mean, I have a cool jacket on right now, but like, why didn't... Tataru made me like... I don't know. Look, Hayes wouldn't wear that, okay? Hayes would not wear that. Hell's bells, this place is bloody freezing. Rather be tied to the topmast in a storm than suffer this cold any longer. Anyone what can spare a swig of rum? That'll sort me right out. The tempered soldiers are sleeping soundly while they undergo treatment. There are too many to attend at once, but I and the other healers will see to all eventually. That is all that remains of Laterum. Homes become empty husks. Oh, this is all that remains of Laterum. Homes become empty husks. If this is the state of the outlying villages, I dread to think what has become of the capital. Raban taught me a lot about military strategy during exercises in the fringes. Coordinating units with wildly different capabilities, surveying and securing hostile terrain, that sort of thing. Now I have the chance to put his teachings into practice. Virgilia is in our care, along with the rest of the Tempered. Glory to Garlemald. Glory to Garlemald, they still whisper in their sleep, even as they writhe in pain. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. When everyone is here, we will begin. Oops, nope, put that back on.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
Nice. Let's start with them.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers in their ministrations. Of course, I will require a proxy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the Tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinists will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
'Twould be my honor to be of service. Though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
I'm literally wearing the same coat as Raha. And I was complaining.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields. I have faith that you will, and look forward to greeting you on your safe return. You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
Alright. Come on, Elaine. There's this odd perception that Ishgardians have lived their whole lives in the snow. That's not true. But it really wasn't that bad before the calamity, and afterwards, well, I was rarely more than a few paces from a raging fire. This dreadful place, on the other hand, is nothing but cold, cold, cold. And it's my understanding that Ilsebard has always been this way. Gods, can you imagine? Ishgard has only been covered in snow for 5 years. I've never thought myself much of an explorer, though I suppose my adventurers have taken me to all sorts of strange and distant places. With that in mind, traversing an ice field should be a simple feat. No. Gods be good. If it's this cold with Tataru's clothing, I dread to think how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her when we next meet. It makes me realize, too, that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard-pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them, quickly. Aw, shit, we got side quests! Oh, it's only 2. I'm gonna do the side quests, and I'll see how much further I can go with story. Because I kind of want to do some PvP today. Mostly on Machinist. I want to play some Crystalline Conflict. Yes, for the sets, but like, I already have the parts of the sets I want. I actually genuinely just want to play PvP, like, to play it. I've been kind of having the urge. Most of the members of Lente's Tears and the Bosnian Resistance have joined the other scouts in the field. And since Lys and Pippin's troops are already keeping an eye on the airships, we of the Steppe shall guard the camp against intruders. Though in truth, it is we who are intruding in these lands. Standing atop an enormous edifice to cast our eyes down upon their dominion. These Telepharoi and the Orinir have much in common, yet even Magnai and his ilk would not stoop to stealing the minds of their subjects and enemies. When the time comes to storm their stronghold, I shall lead the charge and leave naught but ash in my wake. Searching for survivors? If they are truly strong, they will not require our aid. While you are gone, we will guard the camp against any man or beast foolish enough to challenge us. My duty as sentinel will afford me little opportunity to seek my Nama, though perhaps one among our ranks, come bearing a hot meal or such, will prove worthy. Gosh, man. Can we get him Tinder? Like, can we please get him Tinder? This dude is hungry, man. Not even thirsty, he's just hungry. Just the person I was hoping to see. Might I interest you in a little hunting? It's bears I'm after. If you've never tried their meat, I thoroughly recommend it. They're far from the easiest of prey, though I dare say you face much worse. If you're game, here's the plan. First, we lure them out with this deer meat, which is also laced with sleeping potion. Then, it's a simple matter of walking over and offing them in the manner of your choosing. And what could be simpler? Here's 3 ample servings of prime venison. Be sure to let the concoction take effect before swooping in to claim your prize. Alright. Let's do this one over here. Is it only 2? I have an important task to perform, and by that I mean I have someone else perform. I've been lumbered with the unenviable duty of keeping inventory of supplies bought by each delegation. The weaponry and basic provisions have been accounted for. I can't say the same for what might be considered creature comforts. You see, even the most frivolous of things can make a huge difference out here in the frozen wastes, so I'm trying to put together a list of the luxury goods at our disposal. Seeing as you're on good terms with practically everyone here, better than me at any rate, perhaps you could help. Okay. Much appreciated. I've already sent one of my subordinates to speak with the Maelstrom, Temple Knights, and Alamegan Resistance. I need you to ask the remaining groups, namely the Twin Adders, Immortal Flames, and our Far Eastern allies. Any information you could bring me would be most welcome. Alright. June, what's up? What do you need? Creature comforts? Well, we did bring a large shipment of tea leaves provided by the Carline Canopy. Mother Mion and Fufucha both agreed that there's no better way to stave off the cold than a nice hot brew. And I can personally attest to that. We have enough for everyone if they have a mind to try it. Kochacha. It's a great name. Let me see. Other than the usual material, we also have a number of tents donated by Lord Lolarito. A few of them have been pitched around the camp, and you might be interested to know they were woven by Alamigan refugees. We're all glad they found meaningful employment, and the quality of their work speaks for itself. We do appear, however, to have overestimated how many tents we would need, and find ourselves with a surplus of cloth. We soon discovered, however, that when folded up, the tent sheets make for surprisingly good bedding. I'd be happy to donate a few. Nice, that's good. There is one thing that springs to mind. We brought several bolts of felt, which might seem a bit odd to some. Most people don't realize how effective it is in keeping the cold out and the warm in. And that's not all. We use it in everything from clothing to our yurts, and even for patching up wounds. Of course, we're more than willing to share it with the rest of the contingent. We also have a whole crate of what you might call warming stones in the common tongue. Hold one in your hands and you'll see what I mean. There are plenty of those to go around as well. Alright, let me actually go and kill the bears, and then come back and turn in both of them at the same time. Ooh. Ooh. This song is fire. I need this Orchestrion roll. I need this Orchestrion roll. Hold on. I'm not even joking. I'm Shazamming it right now, so I can get the name. I want to see if I can get it as a roll. Let me see if I can get it to work. I don't think it'll work like this. Oh, it worked! Black Steel Cold Embers. Okay, Soken, I see you, bro. Yeah, this song is fire. Black Steel Cold Embers. FF14 collect. Sorry, I hit the mic. I have to keep it like where it is, like right above the keyboard, so it doesn't like get too loud when I speak. Hopefully it's not too loud. Orchestrion. Oh my god. 6.0. I'm just looking at the names. Don't want to look at any, like, how you get them. Oh, okay, it is available. It's from a Fate. No, it's not from a Fate. It's from, okay, it's from Bicolor Gemstones, rank 3. Alright, well, that's gonna be the first. This is gonna be the first area I max out on Shared Fates, because holy shit, this song is fire. Only 11% of people have this song. Oh, I'm 100% getting that shit. I'm gonna work on that tonight. Fuck PvP. No, I'm gonna do PvP tonight, but I really want this song. It's really good. Oh, you know what? I forgot. On a Reaper. I'm not used to using it, but there's no reason not to on single target. It's this button. I wonder if I can do. God, like, this is so crazy. Hayes is an edgelord. Alright. Let's put the bait on. Of course, right as my shit ends. I don't remember to turn on Soul Sword. Let's look for the other ones. Oh, I'm out of the circle. There's one. This song is so good. This might actually be my favorite night theme. Let me see. So there's this one that was really good. Raktika Greatwood is really good. Tempest has the same song the entire time, right? I don't know if that counts. I don't think Tempest has a night theme. I could be wrong on that though. Let's see. Are there any ones that stand out to me? I don't think so. Ooh. That part is so good. I love that. I'm sorry. I love that shit. I love Sea of Clouds, but like any Sea of Clouds music, honestly, is is enough to make me go gaga. Or any Heavensward music. But I prefer Sea of Clouds Day compared to Sea of Clouds Night. Oh, look at that. There's a fate right there. Mm-hmm. Going right to it. Oops. God damn. They're stomping. Did I lose my thing? There it is. Hello, friend. What's that? Is that on you? Are they also a Reaper? Oh no, they're a Summoner. Nice. Alright, that's one. Let me turn the sound back down. Oh my god, that's so good. I see you were in still possession of a full set of limbs, which can only mean the hunt was a success. Truth be told, I heard from the others in the field that the bear you encountered was rather more lively than we'd anticipated, and a fair bit bigger. What? You felled that brute all by yourself? Most impressive. Though it would appear that the sleeping potion provided to us by Lord Madeleine was considerably less effective than he'd led us to believe. As he tells it, he adopted this approach after incurring the wrath of his lord father for the inability to master more sporting methods. He spoke of his exploits with some pride, despite the tales hardly painting him in a favorable light. Still, in our present situation, we must forego the thrill of the hunt and select the means that present the surest route to success, underhanded though they may be. Regrettably, the bears of this region are entirely immune to the formula, or perhaps there was something wrong with it to begin with. In any case, no harm done, eh? To you, I mean, not the bears, obviously. Why do we keep trying to force Madeleine to fight? Like, he doesn't have to fight if he doesn't want to. He's clearly a better, like, orator than he is a fighter. Why not just let him orate? You know? Do the others have anything to share? Yes, that will do nicely. What's more, the Temple Knights Maelstrom and Alamiga Resistance had a fair few useful supplies of their own. I said that horribly wrong. So my list of creature comforts is a lot longer than I was expecting. In all honesty, I was worried that taking in all those Imperials might put everyone, including them, in a very unfavorable position. Even those of us most committed to the cause might find it hard to put the needs of our former enemies before the needs of our sworn comrades. A valid point, perhaps, until you stop to consider the terrible fate that has befallen Garlemald. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. In any case, to the reason why we're here in the first place, so it's our duty to lend them what aid we can. Listen to me ramble on. Anyway, for your part in making our lives a little more bearable, please accept this as a token of my gratitude. Thank you. Okay, the curtain window is kind of cool. I guess that's it for side quests. Huh. Alright, I'll keep doing MSQ then. What ho, chums? Been given something to do, have you? As it happens, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. Sounds like a rather tall order. Since you ask, we're to scour the Eblan Rime for survivors. Oh, was that Alize? What? Wander around ice fields on the off chance you'll find someone? You'd take forever to finish the job without the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come, friends, I know just the spot to begin our search. I'll probably regret this, but we may as well humor him. Alright, Madeleine, I trust you. It'd be cool if Honorwa was here. Actually, no it wouldn't, because this is like the front lines of a battlefield, so maybe not. Maybe it's better that he's at home. Oh my god, every time. I'm surprised by how many wild beasts there are roaming about the place. Perhaps now that the soldiers have gone, they're free to wander and forage as they please. The few buildings I can see don't appear to be residences. They may still warrant investigation, though. Am I gonna use the telescope? I spy with my little telescope a massive sheep thing? Or maybe it's a cow. Not what we're after either way. Is that an ether current? Nope, just a wind sprite. Other than that, it's all snow, snow, snow. But lo! What do I see over yon hillock? There's no mistaking it. That's a girl. A survivor? Show me. Over there, behind that tree. It looks like she's running away from something, though surely not us. She wouldn't even know we're here unless she had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress. A rather fetching one at that. She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near, but we should be able to follow her footprints. I'll let Lucia know where you're heading. Oh, and take these warming tinctures with you. Will we actually need them? Is this gonna be like some Genshin shit? Oh, okay, it's for her. The poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not on the verge of freezing to death. That's actually very thoughtful. Thank you. But won't you need some for yourself? No, I'll be fine. As a man of chivalry, my honor demands I do no less. Unless we forget, the very reason we are here is to protect those in need. Now go, and Godspeed. She forgot to make hot drinks, man. I keep telling him. You can't try to hunt Barry off without some hot drinks. God, I still remember my first time, like, when I was first playing through any Monster Hunter game. Well, my first Monster Hunter was Monster Hunter 1, but I didn't own it. So everything I did in that game was in the Forest and Hills. It was my friend's game. But Monster Hunter Tri was the first one I owned. And it was such a shock going to, like, the tundra and being like, what? I need to make stuff just to survive? Like, I can't just play? I would die all the fucking time. All the time. Because I wouldn't have enough stamina to run away from anything. I was like, how do you do this? Trail of fresh footprints lead east. I learned my lesson real quick, though. I learned real quick. I think the first hunt that you do in the tundra and try is the Giganox, which is it's among like my favorite poison monsters, I think. But I don't really have a lot of poison monsters I actually like. I think Giganox is up there. I think a lot of people like oh fuck. It'll come to me, I promise. Okay, well, I don't remember. These footprints appear to be the same as those you saw previously, and they lead toward the building. Keizu, thank you! Thank you! It was killing me. I was like, I see it. Is Keizu... No, Keizu's not poison. Keizu's electric, right? What am I thinking of? No, Giganox is poison. Keizu's electric. Alright, hold on. Puke! There we go. That's it. Puke. Oh my god. Thank you. Puke from World. I was going nuts. I don't remember a lot of the World monsters. I don't remember a lot of the World ones. And Rise. I never, I finished the story of Rise, like, base game, but I never really played after that. I think I played the first expansion. Whenever they added, I forgot what they call them in that, but they're basically just like the rage variants. You know what I'm talking about. Like, okay, you remember like Dread King and Dread Queen? They added those in Rise, but gave them different names. Oh yeah, really? I think Puke is like cool as like a new monster in a new era, but like a lot from World I just don't exactly like base World I'm just not crazy about. So like a lot of those monsters go under the radar for me. Iceborne was really cool. I liked Iceborne. I didn't like base World. And Rise I think was a little bit better than base World. I don't think Rise, when I stopped playing it, felt good to play, but I think it was as compared to World, you know? I still like I miss like old gen Monster Hunter. I think I just have more fun with like crafting more and stuff. Right, exactly. It was pretty, but way too easy. I will say, if nothing else, it got a lot of people into the series, and it's nice having like Monster Hunter be like a main, you know, like a household name. You know, we grew up like struggling to find people to play like Monster Hunter Freedom with. Like, hey man, I got a PSP and I just got this Monster Hunter Freedom game. You want to play with me? And people would be like, what the fuck is that? According to exactly, like you actually have to like prepare to go into a hunt. Like you can't just like walk in and be okay. Like the volcano areas in old gen, oh my god, man. If you had no way to cool yourself down, you just could not win. You had to bring like a stack or be really, really quick. According to the label here, this place was used by those involved with extracting ceruleum. Or like if you just didn't have like the right like, you know, the right like things to get rid of like status effects, you were just fucked. Desert, oh my god. Yes. I used to hate whenever it would make you fight the oh fuck, what is it called? It's the it's not it was a sand monster that was weak to noise. Like you had to use a sonic bomb to get it out of the sand. And I used to hate. Was it in the Plesioth family? I think it was in the Plesioth family. But you had to use a sonic bomb to get it out. And I would never have enough sonic bombs or stuff to make more. And there would just be a point in the fight where I just could not like hit it anymore. And it would be like swimming past me, and I couldn't do any damage. That shit used to piss me off, man. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that thing was... I hated that thing so fucking much. And speaking of Plesioth, if you just didn't have a frog... Wait, was it Plesioth that you need a frog for, or was that Gobul? I think it was Gobul. I don't know if frogs worked on Plesioth, but I remember Gobul, you needed a frog to like fish it out of the river. To like weaken it on land. And then the fight would actually start. We're getting closer. I'm sure of it. At first, we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look to have been open in some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking around here. Then again, it's also possible that she ran right past this place. Would you mind searching up ahead? Sin, by the way, speaking of Monster Hunter and, you know, Monster Hunter Tri, I don't know if you saw, but I think we talked about this a while ago, actually, but there's some, like, geniuses that recreated, or they, like, brought Locklak back in a playable state. So, like, people nowadays, they can actually play Tri through an emulator and play through like they can have the same Locklak experience that we had back in the day. And I've been actually trying to thinking about trying it out, but I need like a good time where I can just like play it straight, because I don't want to have it like overlap with anything else. I might put it on Steam Deck and see how it works, so I could like play at work or something. But yeah, they actually got Locklak back up and running with events and shit. It'd be kind of cool if they could do the same with Monster Hunter 2, because I've never played that. So it'd be kind of cool to experience the hub world from 2. It was huge, if I remember correctly. Two was also Japanese only, so, you know, couldn't play 2. The girl in the green dress anxiously surveys her surroundings. Were you to call out to her from this distance, it might attract wild beasts to your location. It would be safer to get closer first, but you must do so without drawing her attention. Goodness gracious, I can't speak. Follow the girl from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed. Make use of cover such as rocks. Okay. Gotcha. Damn, she gone. I'll go to her hiding spot. No? Okay, she's still walking. She gonna turn around? Yep. Oh my god, look at all these Cassies in the distance. Does she have true sight? What if I use, like, hide? Okay, I'm gonna go behind this tree. Nope, no one's here. Overgrown rose. Cerulean sprite. Does that count as an ice sprite, or is that its like own enemy? I'm curious. Those bees spot me, I'm done for. You'll be fine. You'll be done for if you don't get any heat, man. Oh god, Cassie, leave me alone. Come on now. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not dealing with that. They're all depending on me. Is she going up there? This really wants to make. This really makes me want to replay. Not replay, but like finish playing Yakuza Judgment. That game was actually fire. I actually, you know what? Good news. I just bought a new GPU. Which, you know, it's not the highest end on the market right now, which is fine as far as I'm concerned, but it is definitely an upgrade from what I have right now. I have a 1080 right now. And I just bought a 4070 a couple hours ago. So it should be here in a few days. It'll be here in a few days, and I'm very excited. But I think when it comes in, I might replay, like start over from the beginning, Yakuza Judgment. Because it is a very pretty game, but it was lagging in some bits, you know, like nothing crazy, but it'd be nice to play it at like a higher quality, you know, and have it not lag. Yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm very excited. This is I've skipped a few generations on purpose. I didn't get the 20 series because they didn't seem significant enough, and I didn't get the 30 series because I couldn't. They were all sold out. So I was just kind of playing around, looking around, seeing if there was anything for sale, and I saw that 4070s are kind of cheap right now. So I picked one up. I would have liked to get a 4080. That would have been nice, but I had to weigh, you know, pretty graphics in video games or eating tomorrow. So, you know, after long deliberation, I decided I wanted to eat tomorrow, and, you know, also have my cat eat, and went with the 4070. So I can't wait. Still in one piece. Who are you? Stay back. This house is packed with explosives. Take another step and I'll blow this place sky high. She's a pureblood Garlean. Please, we just want to talk. I'm Alphino. This is my sister Alize and our good friend Hayes. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else. I give you my word. We and our comrades have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are the one responsible for all this. You did this to us. We didn't, I promise you. One of the other reasons we came was to find out what happened here, in fact. The Telophoroi are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald, and they won't stop until they've destroyed the entire world. They're the enemy. Our enemy. On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who had been made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in our care, and we are striving to cure them of their affliction. You're the first person we met who wasn't already enslaved. How are you able to escape the Telophoroi's influence? Are there any others like you? Sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with introductions. Can you tell me your name? My name is Lysenia. As for how I've managed to stay sane, I've been asking myself the same question. She has the echo. Ever since that night, and the roar, that terrible roar, and then the screams. I was screaming too, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Then came the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. If your hells are real, I saw one that day. I ran, past friends, people I'd known all my life. Eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Jesus. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled, as far as my legs would take me. Do you have family here? Is this their home? No, this is Victor Spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers. Or it was, but now me and a few others are borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. I just wanted to keep everyone else safe, and I didn't know if you were. The truth is, our supplies are running low. You said you're here to help. Can you? Of course. Whatever assistance we can provide, we will. Thank you. I'd rather tell the others first, though. Wait here. This is everyone. Lysenia says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. They're all pureblood. Well, except for you, I think? No, you're pureblood too, wow. Lysenia says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us with means of heating the place, as a sign of goodwill, perhaps we could take you at your word. If that is too much to ask, then leave us. Time to put my firewood gathering skills to use. Could you provide the spark with a little magic, Alice? Oh, this is gonna be weird for them because they can't use magic. We'll have a fire burning in no time. We built it under that gazebo. The what? Oh, you mean the bower? Yes. Yes, do as you will. I wonder if, do you think the Garlean eye is what makes it so they can't use magic? I never really considered that. Lysenia. What if it's like a blocker on people's ether, you know? Right, because think about it. Who would have created the Garlean Empire? That would have been Emet-Selch, right? Or Emet-Selch would have been the one to bring it up to the power that it is today. Well, yeah, the Garlean Empire, right? Garlemald would have just been Garlemald before it became an empire. But they must have had the third eye long before that, right? Like, I don't know. Hopefully that's the question they answer. But it'd be kind of interesting if the Garlean eye is a blocker on ether, you know? Side quest? Side quest? Side quest? No. Can I go in there? You won't let me go in? Man. I wanted to see it. Yeah, you can't go in. This place looks nice, though. Hey, what's up, man? Sorry, I'm still finding it hard to come to terms with all that happened. Now that you're here, though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. Oh, I think it's because I'm in chat. You know, I've worked up quite a sweat from all that running about, so I'll leave space around the fire for the others. As you could tell, they're in a far worse state than me. We were planning to look for somewhere warmer or with more food, but they're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health, which I don't know how to do. Is there anything you could do to help them? There we go. Hell yeah. Do you hear this song? Whoa, what is this? It's the Garlean theme. But it almost sounds like it's coming from... It sounds distant, like you're hearing it in another room, you know? Like it's playing through a radio. Oh! Could it be the radio? I think this is where the radio is coming from, or the radio sounds are coming from. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. But we're actually getting lyrics to the Garlean theme. Ooh. Is that applause? That sounded like applause. So I guess this is like a performance of the Garlean national anthem in front of a crowd. Interesting. It's really good. Like the full thing is really good. I can treat their frostbite in their wounds, but it will take time for the fire to do its work. Now would be a good occasion to make use of Emeneline's tinctures, the one that can warm the body from the inside out. Did you make sure everyone gets one? Alright, it's 9:37. This might have to be the last quest. Hopefully it ends on like on a good note. I probably shouldn't have even started it. The numbness is beginning to subside, though I suspect once the fire dies, it will return with a vengeance. Warming tincture? I've never heard of such a thing. No harm in trying. But tell me, have you heard aught of the city? Though calling it that seems absurd after what happened. It's nothing but ruins now. The few buildings still standing offer no more than meager protection from wind and snow. Food production and water purification, the magic that sustained us has come to a grinding halt. What machina that remains optional cannot be run for a lack of ceruleum. Of course, Cerulia Ingens is full of the stuff. For all the good it does us. No one here knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. All is well. Yes, never better. This guy is staying positive, man. Oh. What sweet libation is this? Is it poison, by any chance? Oh, I will, man. I absolutely will. I like it already, honestly. The night theme is, like, fantastic. And, I want to get that as a roll. But I have to max out my shared fates in this area before I can buy it. And I'm 100% going to do that. This might be the first area I max out on shared fates just so I can get that music. It was a joke, a joke. If I laugh, 'tis that I may not weep. So said the poet. And alas, so said the poet. And alas, my tears would freeze on my cheek ere they fell. We are the blessed damned, to bear witness to the fall of the great empire while our brethren lie dead, or live on as puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar. When morning came, Garlemald was no more. In a cacophony of gunfire, explosions, and screams was our beloved capital razed to the ground. From the rubble rose the disheveled remnants, their lavish finery caked in ash as they shuffled mindlessly toward the palace, each bearing a fragment of stone or metal, an offering perhaps to the architect of our destruction. A hopeful few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten for their kindness. But I knew better than to plead with the horde. I fled with my health, if not my conscience preserved. Now I wait with my fellow cowards for our final judgment. Wow, Jesus. Oh my god, man. What do you want? A tincture. May as well drink it, I suppose. This? It's a radio. You don't have them where you come from, I take it? We use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. There are different types, but this model is by far the most popular. Made with quality components crafted with the finest ore, sourced from Locus Amonis, as it is. Not all that useful since the capital fell into ruin. The people at the broadcasting station must have either fled, or ended up like all the others, because all we've been hearing is the same music being played over and over again. Home Beyond the Horizon. An ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral homeland of Locus Amonis. Wow, okay, we finally got a name for it. We may have founded an empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hope to take back what was once ours. It is a solemn reminder that though we must suffer great hardship, better days will surely come. Despite everything, I believe that Emperor Varus lives, and that he speaks to us through our radios. It was a cunning strategy, faking his murder. He must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself, that he may one day make his triumphant return. Yes. Yes, I'm sure of it. Emperor Varus would not be defeated so easily. Alright, let's give the last one to Lucinia. What's that? Being gifts from the notoriously unreliable Emena Lane, it is highly doubtful this concoction will have the intended effect. If only there were willing, and more importantly, unwitting, volunteers on whom to test it. I know, it's kind of sad. I might be heading out, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. Because I wanted to do some PvP tonight. So I don't want to go too late. Like, normally I could go until like 12 AM playing, and I kind of wish I was, but I did promise to play some PvP, so. It's really sad though, like, I mean, I guess like nobody really knows what happened in the throne room with Varus. I guess the only way we know is because Gaius told us. It's so sad, man. So this is what you gave the others? Thank you. I'll save it for later. It is cold now. Listen, you need to drink that now. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Maybe she doesn't trust us yet. Are you part of the group staying in Laterum? I saw Agatis Virgilia's troops heading toward the Magna Glacius a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? Camp Broken Glass, you call it. And Virgilia and her men are all there now? So how did you reach the Magna Glacius? Did you cross the mountains on foot? Airships. Then there might be a way to... Lucinia, where is everyone? Is something the matter? Why are you smiling? A voice from inside, you say? You must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps a baby Almasty has found its way into the house. It wouldn't be the first time. Without the soldiers to scare them off, wild animals have been roaming close to the settlements. Some have been known to attack people too. Be straight with me. I've just had an idea. If you and yours are strong enough to defeat a Legatus, then surely a few bees shouldn't pose a threat. If you mind to continue helping us, perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. There's a small group of tappers living there. People whose job was to extract ceruleum. They still do, from what we can tell. I've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're not willing to give it away. They want food in exchange. Lots of food. And that's something we don't have and can't get on our own. On top of that, to even reach the den, we'd have to make our way past all those creatures. Would you be willing to go in our place? We only need enough ceruleum to last until the others are strong enough to travel to your camp. If the offer still stands, that is. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up your own supplies, but there might be another way to pay the tappers. Best watch out for baby Almasties while we're away. Yes, of course. If I see any, I'll be sure to shoo them away. To reach the Tapper's Den, you have to cross the lake. The ice is thick enough to support a person's weight, but if you'd rather not take the risk, you'll need to take the long way around. Finding the entrance can be a bit tricky too, so it's easier to just look for someone standing guard outside. However you decide to head there, please be careful. I know I'm not supposed to, like, not trust Garleans anymore. However, it just hits a little different when a Garlean is keeping secrets from me, you know what I mean? Like, we've been through a lot. Oh, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hate Garleans, obviously. You know, it's just like a couple of bad apples, but it's just a little weird when a Garlean keeps a secret, you know? She also called us a savage, like, immediately. And none of the other Garleans that we run into and saved have called us savages. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Not saved, but I mean, like, you know, like the group from the Reaper quest lines and, you know, all that stuff. Like, they weren't calling us savages. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I want to trust her, but, you know, now we're keeping secrets. Oh, well, gotta do the fate. Despite appearing to be comprised largely of snow, the bizarre Snegovic requires warmth much like any other creature. The cerulean pipelines, for whatever reason, give off a certain fair amount of heat, which attracts Snegoviki. There is concern, however, that allowing them to huddle around the pipes will raise the temperature to dangerous levels, so they must therefore be driven off to prevent a potential explosion. Well... Hey, listen. Oh, I fucked up. You know, I'm one of the good sky pirates. Okay, I'm an Evolution sky pirate. We're the good guys. Oh, I keep forgetting to charge that. Oh, appreciate it, man. I see the AoE one. I've never done the AoE ones. Oh, that's sick. They get attacks in a phone though. Oh, Forlorn Maiden? Where? Oh shit! These give more XP when you kill them, right? I've only seen one of these one other time. I guess now I'm doing AoE. Yeah, if I remember correctly, when you kill a Forlorn Maiden, you get more XP from the fate you're doing. God, their AoEs are so annoying. Oh, my thing was about to come up cooldown. Yeah, I definitely need more Reaper practice, for sure. Nice. Yeah, it gives you, like... What the hell? Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure killing Forlorn Maidens give you, like, extra XP. I don't know how they spawn, though. I think it's just a random chance. The only other time I've seen one was in, it was, next to Alamigo. I think I was doing fates to, I was doing fates for Shadowbringers Relic for like one of the steps, and one of them spawned, and I was like, "What is this?" Oh, rip. It's participation XP. You know how like the Grinch's heart grew 2 times as large? That's where that XP goes towards. You helped a friend. That's all the experience you need. Who goes there? Oh shit, I'm on Reaper. How did you find us? What do you mean I stand out like a sore thumb? If the purebloods over at Victor's Spoils hadn't given away our location, you'd never have found us. Those stuck-up arseholes. Though they thought they can come waltzing in here demanding ceruleum with nothing to offer in return. Ha! Looks like the boot's on the other foot now that the capital's gone to shite. So, they've resorted to sending you to negotiate? I know your game, Sellsword. If they think we'll give in to intimidation, you've got another thing coming. God damn it. Well, now I gotta do this on Reaper. I'm glad they actually got the phrase right. It is another thing coming. But I think a lot of people think it's another thing coming. I forgot where I learned that. It must have been from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Are they dead? Oh shit, I'm still on Reaper. Well, there you are. Just after you left, Licinia asked me to go and catch up with you, in case you needed a hand. Someone must have let slip that a little experience in Someone must have let slip that I've a little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum. Oh my goodness gracious. Alizé moves ceruleum. So this is Tapper's Den. Well then, after you. They're not dead, right? Who are you? What happened to the guards? I murdered them. Eorzeans and rebels here to save the people of Garlemald? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why in the hells would you pass up this chance to put those Imperial bastards to the sword? Let me guess. None of you are Garlean? You were brought here from other lands? You probably use as slaves to make, to mine ceruleum. Girabania, Yansha, Bazia, Dalmasca, to name but a few. Some dragged here against our will, but others fed bollocks about a better life, all put to work extracting ceruleum. All given the esteemed title of An, placing us firmly on the bottom rung of the ladder. But the old hierarchy means nothing in the new Garlemald, says we. But the only thing that's escaped more or less unscathed is Cerulia Ingens, still sustaining us, even with our paymasters out of the picture. We hear you're experts in drawing up ceruleum from the bottom of the lake, but how can you do that if it's frozen over? Ha! Wouldn't you like to know? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. At any rate, it's not as if ceruleum is used for much these days, what with the city in ruins. We take enough to power our heaters and save the surplus for later, and though it helps stave off the cold, it does sod all about our hunger unless we can trade it away. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we've got cerulean by the barrelful. If they're interested, we'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. We could certainly ask, but if you're all free to go now, why carry on living here? Free to go? Go where? Even if we managed to get back to our homelands, there'd be nothing left for us, thanks to the Empire. He doesn't know, and the knowledge and skills we acquired working here would be practically useless outside of Garlemald. So we're staying for the time being. As long as there's need for ceruleum, we'll find a way to get by, even if Garlemald as we know it is gone for good. Gone for good? Every time, man. I'm gonna switch back to Ninja. Regardless of what the Ilsabard contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that would be cause for celebration, while for others, their whole way of life will have been turned upside down. After all the atrocities committed in the Empire's name, perhaps it is for the best that it is consigned to history. What of the ordinary people? Their lives, their stories. Should they be forgotten too? I suppose there'll be plenty of time to ponder that later. For now, let's see about getting some ceruleum. Alright. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna stop there. I think that's not the best stopping point I could have asked for, but I am gonna leave it there. Wow. This was a good session. I'm not gonna lie. This is a really good session. I really like Garlemald. So far. Like, I mean, like, this area is depressing, but it's, in my opinion, pretty. You know? Like, I wish there was something we could do for everyone. You know? And, you know, assuming RPG logic, we probably will do something for these people, but it won't be for a long time. So, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm gonna head out. I'm still gonna be on 14, I think, if my friend still wants to play. But if not, then I'll probably just be doing fates in this area until I go to sleep. Because I really want that music. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Yeah, I mean, you know, I was worried that it would be boring. I really don't want to be boring while doing this. I know I play through games a lot slower. You know, there's some people that like rush the MSQ and everything, but I really like doing the side quests and like exploring the world and talking to all the NPCs and getting a bigger picture, you know? But yeah, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. So oh, enjoy raid night, man. Yeah, good luck. You guys are on A6 still, or A8, I think. Is it A8 you guys are on? But yeah, why am I still rubbing my hands? I'm like, hold on. No, not that one. There we go. Alright. Have a good one, guys. I'll catch y'all next time. Or in DMs or whatever. Peace. I have to switch sources. I don't know how to switch sources while doing this. I'm gonna go for it though. I'm gonna go for it.